When you publish on a third-party platform like Amazon, there are some things out of your control, and that is the same with every type of technology that we use in the world today. In this video, we're going to talk about getting your books blocked, getting your books unblocked, having 10 days to wait for low-content books. I'm in the trenches with you because I actively self-publish. I just crossed book 617. So we're going to dive into some of the things that I've learned just recently to share with you. I recently launched a mini course about word searches because there were so many people that were getting their books blocked that it's kind of like it's time for us, if we don't have the power to unblock the book, then that is an output like that Amazon's giving. We have only the power to publish, right? So I wanted to go over to Amazon and share with you some of the things that I've been finding, because it's okay to publish notebooks and journals, but we do see that the chances of those getting blocked are actually increasing. And the important part of that is that doesn't mean that you're a bad publisher. It means that you're learning, and that's okay. So when this started happening, I decided to just go more medium content, okay? And so that's what I essentially did on Amazon. And let me pull up my screen and show you what I've been working on, because I think it will help you a lot. Okay, so the most important thing is to let's actually speak to the customer on Amazon. And you might be like, how do we do that? We don't even know who that is. We do that by using customer search terms. So when you are looking here, always go to books. And then there's so many different types of word searches, but I want to show one. Word search, books for adults. There's for seniors, for large print. I'm getting these from BookBeam, but if you don't have BookBeam, you will also see them on Amazon. Okay, it will drop down because they're treating you like a buyer in this circumstance. They're showing you what they want you to buy. They're trying to guess what they can take your money for. Like, that's the way you have to think about this. And so the results that are closer to the top are always going to be more relevant, but it doesn't actually have to dictate how you name your book. If you don't pick that top one, that's okay. So let's go down to word search books. I'm going to go a little bit deeper. And you can I've kind of been into doing this with my kids. They've had a lot of fun with it. Kids age 8. Okay, so the reason why I've been leaning into word search books is because you can make them with ChatGPT now. Literally. So in this mini course that I offer, I show 3 different ways to make word search books. One is with Canva, one is with Instant Puzzle Maker, and the third one is with any AI software. So inside of this ecosystem on Amazon, there's things that are selling. So I like to come over here to sort by, just right below my face in this camera. And I like to look at bestsellers. This gives me an idea of, I would like to sell books. It doesn't have to be daily as a beginner, but you'll get to the point where you'll start getting sales daily, and it's actually a lot of fun, okay? The second thing that I do when I am doing keyword research for word search books is that I want to make sure that I find a self-publisher. There's just so much more confidence that can go into your book creation process when you feel like you are on the same publishing field as a self-publisher. Okay, let me move my microphone. Sorry. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm using BookBeam. Everything that's green is BookBeam plugin. Okay. And so this one, look, Valentine's is still selling, and Valentine's is almost a month old. And this is very validating. It's 5 years old. That means every 5 years, this book spikes up in end of January. Let me show you. The second feature of BookBeam is this historicals. Okay, this is, I don't know exactly what this is called, but I love it. This shows me how the book does. So the reason why I like this is you don't have to be discouraged anymore when you find a book out of season, because BookBeam will show you when to start publishing a book, which is really powerful. I'm going to click on 1 year because this book is 5 years old, and we're going to look at the spikes. Okay. May. So it does actually, this is so cool. This book actually sells year round. In the summertime, it slows down. Okay. And there's a couple spikes. But look what happens in the worst sales are in January. Okay. The new year hits. Do you see my little, I'm just going very slow so you can see this. Okay. The second, third, fourth day, January, boom. It stays up. Makes a couple grand. That's selling so well. Okay. So here's what you want to look at. I like to publish books that are in seasonal niches when it's the worst time for it to be purchased. Does that make sense? I know it sounds weird. I want books for Valentine's published 2 months before. Do you see this? 60 days. The worst time for someone to buy it. That's when I want to publish it because I'm getting ready for the harvest. I'm planting my seed. Do you see that? It's like the deepest part of the ground, if that's an analogy that works for you. Now let's look over here at March. It still is doing okay. March 7th of last year. So this is a really important step that people miss because they'll see that it's the wrong time and they won't even try. There's never a wrong time to publish a book except not doing it. Okay. So I like to do this repeatedly in niches that will get more sales. So anyone within the sound of my voice, if you're interested in Valentine's, it's cool. That's great. I love you too. Like I love love. It's so great. I love Galentine's too. I want you to just think about your deadline to get Valentine's books out would be December 14th. Now, if you got them out in July, I think that's great too. But I don't want anyone to be discouraged about that, okay? So if you want to join my community and grab the word search book course, you can absolutely do that. Just type the word search below. But let me know like what you're working on and what videos you'd like to see on this channel. Let me pull up one more because it gets really fun. You can see that this person has now branded out. I see this right here, the middle one. I don't want to click on it because it says it's a sponsored ad. So we're going to go up to their pen name and check out their Easter book. Because now we are just under 2 weeks away from Easter, okay? So they have rad holiday word searches for kids and holiday word searches for kids, and they're doing 4 to 7 and 8 to 12. If you think, I just want people to understand there is a big difference between a 4-year-old and a 12-year-old, and that's why these books are separated, okay? So it's okay to do more simple words, and that's great because some of the content can be repurposed because you own the copyright, okay? So when people find out that I have 617 books, not all of them are original. Some of them is the content is original to me, but I'm repurposing my content like wildfire because if it works, I want to do more of it. Okay, let's look at Easter really quick. So this book, let's look at the cells because it's like we are a month out. Okay, and you can see it now. It's starting to move. The BSR is starting to go down. Ooh, it looks so good. People are hot for this book, okay? Hot means they want to give their money away. I'm not talking about Valentine's. Okay, so let me go to 1 year, and you can see because this book is also 5 years old. The same thing's happening, right? So for Easter, if you don't have Easter done, get it done. But you really want to think about Easter in January, like when these books are really low sales, right? Okay, there's even a low sell in August. It dips down. So I hope this helps you in planning to make publishing profitable. I think that's an important topic that gets skipped a lot. Making plans to be profitable is simply spending time to reverse engineer the process, to understand what's in demand, making sure you're using adequate amount of relevant keywords, and then repeating the process with your consistent efforts. So I have a free training coming up. I'll drop a link for that below, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.